for another Skyrim stream, because I don't have any podcast to record, so strictly a Skyrim stream. By the way, I got a new shirt in. Look, this is from Philip DeFranco. It's a That's Amazing shirt. So I always wear the shirts from other people whenever I'm on these streams. Usually it's a Diamond Club shirt, but hey. So let's switch over to Skyrim view here and get started. Now, I know that I've got two goals actually. One is to get a hold of a charged soul gem so I can charge my enchanted sword back up. And then the other goal is to get to the one city. I marked it on my map because I knew I wouldn't remember. Oh, and I already walked us to the entrance of the one place rather than making us walk all the way down during the stream. I thought that might be boring for you guys, so I went ahead and took the initiative. Okay, now. Keep going this way, and eventually we make our way to Marketh. And I wanted to go ahead and reach Marketh, get it out of the way. That way, we'd be prepared for whenever we'd need it. Also, I need to silence my mobile device because I clearly didn't. That's why it just made a noise. You guys probably didn't hear it because it was so far off mic, but bothers me, dang it. Okay, so yeah, we need to I looked it up, and I think I know where to get those soul gems that we need. Just one of those figuring out everything else, so this is going to be the difficult part. Figure out a good way to... Maybe clairvoyance can help us out. It looks like it's got an idea for us. Let's follow it. Plus, I don't know if I can find a actual charged soul gem anywhere, or if I'm going to have to go with the capturing souls into soul gems thing, which is something I have never done in an Elder Scrolls game. Never gone that path before, but I might have to in order to keep my sword nice and charged. Although, I have picked up so many things, it's completely possible. So I'm going to use this one. Filled with a lesser soul. I might be able to actually do that. Weapons. Iron arrow, iron sword of... I might start using the embers one too, honestly, but let's see. Charge. There we go. Oh, right button to charge. There we go. So yeah, that goal just got crossed off the list, but I might still need to look into it in order to fully understand. Point is, I'm gonna have to get into it anyway. Ooh.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish. Don't you walk away from me.
No, I suspect our path was going to go that way anyway. I'll just leave you there now. There we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're going down the right path. The sign says so. After I get done with this one little personal goal, on a side note, then I need, or my two, because I need to go to Dragon's Reach. I figured out that's where I need to go because there's a spell there to capture souls that I need to purchase. And then that will help me along.
Mike was soul-trapped once. Not very pleasant. You should think about that once in a
I
while.
love how you run into him every now and then. That is kind of cute.
I've been looking for
courier.
Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
What the heck? Why does the city guard want to attack me? Kinda had to defend myself. He struck first, so I hope that was just a glitch and that there's something about that town I don't know about. Okay, now what's in here? Items. Letter of inheritance. Oh, Whaley's. In the name of Jarl Igmund, it is with inform you of Dirth's death. The deceased has bequeathed unto you a measure of inheritance in the amount of 200 gold pieces. The Jarl's court has levied an amount of 20 gold pieces of the sum, as lawfully and honorably due tax. The remainder has been commended unto the care of the trusted courier for deliverance. While all the Jarl's court grieves with you on this day, we rejoice in the knowledge that the deceased was in possession of dear friends and wealth to communicate with them. May this lawfully bestowed inheritance prove as a reminder. Huh. You see, now they're all marked as my enemies. I don't believe it. The entire city wants me dead for some reason. I'm gonna have to get out of here. Yeah, there's something I don't know. Guys, am I going to be the dirty, rotten cheat that's about to do what I think I'm going to do? I'm just going to load because I know we're not getting out of this. We can't fight a whole city. This is the first time I'm doing this entire playthrough, by the way. Gonna cross that one off the list and just say, apparently that city's off limits for now. So. Just something about me they don't like. Oh well. Get myself to Dragon's Reach, buy the appropriate things, charge that sword back up, and then... Because, yeah, that city clearly wants to kill me. So let's not do that, shall we? Let's see here. Too far up. Where are we? Northall. Here we are. Dragon's Reach. Hold on, I've got to silence myself for a bit. Someone knocked on the door. Okay, yeah, Dad needed to tell me something. The bank called. I tried to buy something in the UK, and guess what they did? Thought it was a scam. I'll just say it publicly right now. My bank has a system that is way too sensitive. It's like, sensitive. Worst time I ever had out of it, actually, was when I was in Georgia and was trying to check into my hotel for DragonCon, and of course they blocked it. Had to play a game of telephone just to get the thing to actually work. I'm actually kind of considering changing banks if you want to know the truth, but yeah. Go into his side room because he's probably in here. Yeah, there he is.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Bound battle axe bounce. Soul trap. Here we are.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed. Take a look.
Oh, there's even filled ones that he sells, should you need them. There.
Remember, your mind.
Agreed.
Ah, easy. You've helped save the Gilded.
Now that I've done that, cross that off the list, we can go to High Hrothgar. There we are. Oh, can't fast travel from inside, right? Forgot. Now we can go up to High Hrothgar. I was talking to someone the other day. I still haven't picked a fight in the side of the whole Imperials versus the Nords thing. There's good things on both sides, there's bad things on both sides. It's like one of those I don't think I could possibly win if I chose one or the other. And I might not. I might not the entire thing if I'm completely honest. Now let's find him, because as usual, this place is a maze. There he is.
Your training proceeds well,
I need to learn the shout used to defeat Anduin.
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
It was recorded on Anduin's wall.
The blades. Force. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
The Blades just want to defeat Alduin, don't you?
What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
So you won't help me?
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make.
So you can teach me the shout?
No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
I thought you knew all the words of power.
But not Dragonrend. The knowledge of that shout was lost in the time before history began. Perhaps only its creators ever knew it, but I am not the one to speak of it to you.
What's so bad about Dragonrend?
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become the shout. In order to learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
If the shout is lost, how can I defeat Alduin?
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
Who is Paarthurnax?
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
Why haven't I met Paarthurnax yet?
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
How do I get to the top of the mountain to see him?
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Following an NPC, following an NPC. That's what we're doing, you and me, following an NPC. Oh, okay. Door outside. we go. Froze on us for a second.
The path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way.
Look.
The words. Understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well.
So there are 3 different clear sky shouts then. Interesting.
Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Okay. Oh, magic. Shouts. So let's look at my 3 new shouts. Oh, it was the 3 words, of course. Sky, spring, summer. And then all together. Skyrim itself leads before the Thume as you clear away fog and inclement weather. Okay. Gonna be good whenever I can use that all the time. Just have to watch it. It's still got a bit of shake to it, so I can't just yell it whenever. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be one I'm just gonna have to keep using. Yes, Lydia. Oh. Just keep. Oh, isn't that sky beautiful? Just gorgeous. Poor goat. Oh dear. Ice Wraith, huh? Do I have another thing in the... Yeah, I should have changed over to my steel sword for that. Like now. It's like a tiny little ice dragon. Fire in my hand. I don't know why I was using that. Or wasn't using that, rather. My little soul animal just leading me up the mountain. Throat of the world. Oh my good lord. Oh.
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain?
Well, that's unexpected. You're the master of the Greybeards?
They see me as master. Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I need to learn the Dragon Wren shout. Can you teach me?
Drem. Patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove.
Okay.
By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits. Fire as the Dove do.
I got the other two parts of fire breath. Ha ha ha.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me, not as Khajiit, but as Dova.
On Parthenax, okay.
Yes, Sosedo Vlostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dova Sos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
Can you teach me the Dragon Wren shout?
I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
How'd you know I came from Dragon Wren?
Alduin Comet Tid. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
Oh dear. How can I learn it then?
Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I need to stop Alduin.
Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
The prophecy says only the Dragonborn can stop him.
True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez, of fate?
What better reason to act than to fulfill my destiny?
If you can see your destiny clearly, your sight is clearer than mine. Dahman, remember, Alduin also follows his destiny as he sees it. But I bow before your certainty. In a way, I envy you. The curse of much knowledge is often indecision. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
No, dragons like mountains, right?
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unslad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated.
Using the dragon ring shot, right?
Yes and no. Viknuz Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll.
Here we go.
They used it to cast him adrift on the currents
It had to arrive
time.
eventually. And of course, I'm a new person. I'm not who I've been, so I have no godly idea what an Elder Scroll is. An Elder Scroll, what's that?
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlan. They are fragments of creation.
Keys to time.
The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek.
Are you saying the ancient Nord sent Alduin forward in time?
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
How does any of this help me?
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the
Time
break.
travel!
You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
Do you know where I can find an Elder Scroll? Side note, this isn't gonna be easy.
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
Esborn or Agonar might have some idea.
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
What do I do with the Elder Scroll when I find it?
Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
Hakan, Gomemp, Feldir. Who are they?
The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Hun. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
How could an Elder Scroll cast Anduin through time? Alduin. I keep on wanting to say Anduin thanks to Hearthstone.
I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon. They would not listen.
You mean you were there?
Yes. There were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin Stur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
What does the Dragon Wren shout actually do?
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by
Makes sense.
mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
You're the master of the Greybeards. Do others come here to train?
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
You meditate on the words? How?
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
Foos.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back.
Force without effort added. I wish to meditate on a word of power.
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol? Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum arc mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Dremyolok, greetings.
Okay. So that's what it is. He's got different effects that he applies on me, sort of like stones, and I just have to pick one and go with it. Like the fire breath shot deals 25% more damage.
Look through. Speak. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fate, ponder the that is fine. Let that meaning fit. You, Sum Arc Mora, you will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Speak. I will listen. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol?
Yeah, I think I'll go with Yol for now.
That is... Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath. Sum arc mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Sum arc mora.
So now let's go back down to High Hrothgar. And talk. Always got to put me in a place where I'm staring at Lydia's butt, don't you?
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon wren to shout?
No, but he told me how to find out.
Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom.
I need the Elder Scroll the ancients used. Do you know where to find it?
We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold.
We're going to Winterhold!
They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
Is there another way to defeat Alduin?
Perhaps not. But this shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin, those who overthrew him in ancient, if the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it
Have you
end.
located any
Be
words of
reborn.
power?
We have felt the whisper of a word. Give me your map and I will show you where its echo can be found.
What do you have against the Blades?
The Blades were born of dragon-hating crusaders. They still carry that legacy, although they may not remember from whence it came. They carried out a genocide of dragons when they first came to Tamriel. And now, they will do it again. With your help. Sky, guard you.
Okay, so Hobbs Fall Cave. So hey, I'm gonna have to go from there, go all the way through Dawnstar to Winterhold, or maybe from Windheld up to Winterhold. Maybe is that a possibility? See again, here's the here's the crumminess of this particular. I mean, Windheld looks, in theory, like I could make my way up to Winterhold that way. Maybe. Maybe? Because I am not entirely sure. There's just a graph you could go through there. Okay. I'm gonna go with Windhelm and then try to make my way there. You've not discovered this location. Oh, okay. I've discovered the stables. I haven't discovered the city, right? Because I haven't walked into the city. Either way, I'm going through cities. Tell you what, yeah, let's pop up to Ustengrav and make our way through that way. It looks like it's a relatively straight line. Now, if that clears out in theory as a completely different ball of wax. Okay. Oh. Would you look at this? They regenerated. So they're back. Okay. Also, it's the nighttime and I'm going through the swamps. Ooh. What did Lydia just take down? She probably took down one of the crabs, right? Sounded like one. Yeah, it's gonna insist I go straight through here, isn't it? Oh no, okay. It's this road. Gotcha. Wait for magic to regenerate. It's very hard to even tell where a road is in all this mess. Yeah, name like Death Bell. I'm gonna make sure I'm somewhere safe before I just go munching on that one. Gonna have to go straight through town, aren't I?
My...
Yeah, here's my
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Again, this is one of those things where Dearth. I'm not sure if I remember that name or not. I do have a couple of letters I need to actually deal with. Oh, because, yeah, it would be the gold and, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Side note, if this leads me to going through the very city I thought about going through, I'm just going to be annoyed. It should, but, yeah. It's one of those where I hope not. gonna be a long road trip. Oh, hello. Hello.
We are traveling to the Shrine of Kinnereth in Whiterun. I hear the Gildergreen is more beautiful than ever since it's been... They say that eating the fruit it bears will add years to your life.
My fault. You can blame me for that. Which means you're welcome. I do like these random people that they just scatter through, even though some of them are starting to repeat now. It gives it just a little feel to it while you're walking around. Plus, where I'm doing these video on demand, I can't do the way I used to do, which is I would play my podcast and stuff that I had to listen to in the background while I was on these long walks. Because inevitably, it would get tiresome just walking. So, yeah. Bandits, yeah. What else did I just accidentally take? Okay. Not gonna even question why the horse had 2 gold. Just gonna deal with it. What the actual is that going across the... It was a dragon. I thought I heard it. Yeah, I got flames. Let's tango, buddy boy. Also, this sword's totally going to be useless if it goes on the ground. Where are you? Also, I found out the orcs really like making these things that have effects in them. Let's see here. Where's this? Okay, Iron Sword of Embers. Here we are. I knew there was one somewhere in my arsenal. There we go. Good boy. Come on, come on. It'll be close. Woo! Really close. I need to find some more words of power. I got all these souls to burn. Yeah.
I'm right behind you.
Harvest some snowberries. Also, items. Again, when I get into a town, I probably need to buy me some potions, right? Yeah, I need to get me some health potions when I get the chance. Also, I feel guilty that I don't know who it is that they sent me the inheritance letter for. Like, my brain isn't pinging on it, unless that's the point. Unless there's like a sub-quest of who? Oh, sorry, goat. Oh, where are you? There you are. Sword slap. Want to call it something else, but I'm not going to. Where is there she is. Give up. Actually, where are we at this point? I'd be danged. Yeah, we're just below Dawnstar. I'll be able to get up there later with the Windward Ruins being a nice little shortcut, which is probably what they designed them to be. It's astounding the way that they sort of space stuff specifically that almost seems like it's like, no, they'll need to be here later, so. Oh, good lord, okay, that's... Why does Clairvoyance always want to run me right through the middle of a giant camp? Just keep your cool, Lewis, and you should be fine. No way I'm ever gonna get one of those mammoth tusks like the one girl wanted me to near the beginning of the playthrough, though. Where are you, boys? There you are. They're messing with the giants, aren't they? No, okay. There you are. This is one of those we gonna travel a lot days. This is going to be a wintry town, I have a suspicion. This isn't the name Winterhold now that I think about it, so, duh. You know what? How about we, in the middle of this, actually take those snowberries? Resist fire discovered from snowberries. Okay. Damage health resist. Damage. Yeah. Swear to if I poison myself that way. Okay, I didn't. We're getting close to that shrine, aren't we, on a side note? The one I've been curious about. Oh, that's Hall of the Vigilant. No, that shrine's all the way over there. We got a long way to go before that happens. And again, we got a long way to go before that town happens, too, because it's near the same place. Got myself another spirit animal leading me along. Wow, ice wolf. That is different. I'd expect that. I felt cocky and went thinking I was just going to smack him down, but I didn't. That's... Huh. Keep in mind of that. There are ice wolves up here, which means they're not necessarily going to go down in one smack. Even see them. Just have to wait till they show up. Normal wolf. Normal wolf. Okay. Interesting. At least I learned ice wolves are a thing, so I don't know if they're gonna periodically scatter them about or what. Oh, wait. Was I... Well, Valen runs on the way to that anyway, isn't it? No, it wasn't. So... Okay, I'll have to pop back up to the Windward Ruins and head that way then in order to... Apparently, whenever it is following it, it does still give the clairvoyance its nice little thing. Oh, well. Congrats, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed down, which I didn't actually realize that, so that's probably the kind of convenience I would have went for anyway. Let's go into Valenrund and get that word of power, shall we? Hopefully it's a good one so I can spend a dragon soul on it. Because I've got a few. I can't remember how many dragon souls I've got, but I've got enough of them to where if this is a good one, I can easily go snap and spend one for it. So... Oh, okay. So yeah, you got up and I wasn't looking. You lack the required Elder Karn's door. Started Silence Tongues. Locate the ceremonial weapons. Okay. I may be able to recover 2 ceremonial weapons within Valengrund, which will allow me to enter the Elder's Karn. Okay. Very well. Ah, 2 doorways, 2 weapons. Gotcha. Might be nice if it was partially an advantage to where also the weapons were worth my time as well, so. Which is a rather greedy thing for me to say, I understand, but still. That's one. Oh, we got one of the big boys that'll disarm. Yeah. Given that these things do shouts and stuff, I'm very tempted to wonder. Mace etiquette. Is there such a thing? Ceremonial axe. What do you do? Ceremonial axe. I must ask you what you do. Also, if you do anything at all. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, okay. Gotcha. that was cute. And they probably totally did that on purpose. Well, that was anticlimactic. No one there. All that pounding his chest and all that, and then done. Done, done, done. Oh, good. Oh, you placed them in there, and then, okay. Oh, good lord, okay, all that. And then it says, my next part is to defeat someone. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that while I'm at it. You know. You know, just to be prepared. I can hear the word of power already ringing in my ears. Yeah, I jumped at that. So soon.
You won't get the best of me.
Where are they? It's like they're marching above me or something. There he comes. Cavell at the top. Wait, Cavell? Is that one of the originals? I think it is. And I died while I was busy being distracted by lore. Yeah, he said he had 3 friends. That's what it is. This is one of their tombs. Good. Still running around. Oh, shoot. Dang it! I'm worried I'm not hearing any Lydia. Okay, yeah, there she is. Place is deadly as crap, man. Okay. Oaken. Yeah, I hear it. There we are. Found you. I've got magical weapons from the tongues themselves. Well, one of them. This was a difficult cave to face. But then again, finding out who the heck was in it, that would be why. Send me to a place where one of the original tongues was buried. It's like they wanted to give me a test. Okay, and speaking of tongues, what's this shout do? Aura whisper. Your voice is not a shout, but a whisper, revealing the life forces of any and all. Oh! Okay. So the way that works, it looks like it's sort of a ping, like what's around. Huh, I'll think about that one. By the way, what's that axe that I got off of him as well? Let's... Emdigu... And... Oaken. So, both of them are pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. -2, but so the axe is more, but still, with all of these skills that I've put into swordplay and stuff like that, I may give myself a little bit of a boost in axes as well, so I can use either one to my advantage. Either way, I've got some weapons and stuff to sell, because every time I explore a cavern, I start becoming over encumbered, and that's not good. Gotta wait for this. It's doing one of those again. I should have saved immediately after I destroyed them, by the way. There we go. But yeah, that one was rough. That was really rough. I liked the challenge of it, though. Kind of had to figure out how to deal with it. And I was kind of worried about Lydia. I was worried that it might be finally my Lydia death. Because she dies in everyone's file, right? There's not a single file where Lydia hasn't died of something, right? Anyway, so we have that. Map. It's a map, it's a map, it's a map, it's a map. Okay. We're close to Dawnstar. I wonder if we shouldn't go ahead and just go there, right? Although, an idea like that, you saw how that happened last time. Go ahead and save, and then pull up the map. And then set the destination. When I get in town, I'll do business with them, sell my weapons, all that la-di-da-di-da stuff. Oh, this is Dawnstar. Little village. Gotcha.
It's a curse. It has to be. I've got to get out of this town.
Irgnir, get a hold of yourself. They're just dreams. Please tell her, Erandur.
Listen to your friend, Fuki. They are just dreams, my dear. I assure you that it is quite normal.
It's the same dream over and over again. You think that's normal? It's evil, I tell you.
Erandur, she has a point. You keep telling us no harm will follow these dreams, but they must be an omen.
Give him a chance to speak. He's trying to help us.
Everyone, please. I'm doing what I can to end these nightmares. In the meantime, all I ask is you remain strong and put your trust in Lady Mara.
I will. Thank you.
The Wind Peak Inn features the finest bard in all of Dawnstar. Me.
That was an interesting conversation. Well, walk into an inn and you know what we have to do when we see something like that, right?
What troubles you, my son? And what might you need?
What's wrong with everyone around here?
The entire town is being plagued by horrible nightmares. They're in serious danger, but I'm afraid there's little I can do about it.
What could you do anyway? Dreams aren't real.
These dreams are manifestations created by the Daedric Lord,
Oh dear.
Vermina. She has an awful hunger for our memories. In return, she leaves behind nightmares, not unlike a cough marks a serious illness. I must end her terrible influence over these people.
We're dealing
before
Daedric
the
again
damage
already.
becomes permanent.
What's your plan?
I need to return to the source of the problem, to Nightcaller Temple. Perhaps you'd be willing to assist me in that regard.
What do you mean, return? You've been there?
I've already said too much. If anyone overhears what we're saying, it could start a panic. I would simply ask that you trust me and help me end Dawnstar's nightmares.
I trust you. How can I help?
Wonderful. My Lady Mara will be quite pleased. Nightcaller Temple is only a short walk from Dawnstar. Come, we must hurry.
Who's the Daedric Lord Vermina?
Vermina resides in a strange realm known as Quagmire, a nightmarish land where reality shifts upon itself in seemingly impossible ways. From her citadel at the center, she reaches forth to collect our memories, leaving nothing in return apart from visions of horror and despair.
What does she do with the memories?
Who can say? Perhaps she collects them for display like works of art in a nonsensical art gallery. Whatever the case may be, her intentions are far from benevolent. I promise to answer all of your questions. Follow me. Follow me. It's this way.
Following an NPC. Yes, we're following an NPC. Following an NPC. Yes, we're following an
It
NPC.
feels good to finally have a chance to help these people. Helplessly watching them suffer has been difficult. The tower on that hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dawn. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time before Nightcaller Temple was established inside. When the temple was active, the priests would rarely be seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence. The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entry hall. I was hoping to seek spiritual guidance from her.
I love the name of his god, by the way, Mara. Reminds me of a specific Doctor Who creature that was named the Mara, so, yeah. This is one of my favorites, though, so that's got a little bit of an interesting little haha to me. And they were both probably named for the same reason. They're probably going from the same root word of a mythology I haven't looked up. Just like sometimes some D&D stuff can pop up in this game and I go, well, I know it from D&D, but in this lore it's probably quite different. At some point I gotta get back to Solitude and deal with that one letter too about the whole summoning crisis. Because that felt distinctly Daedric as well. You don't want them to summon something into existence that, yeah. But I have a feeling we'll be dealing with the same thing here too. Whoa, whoa. Ah! Ooh, he had a mace on him. Nightcaller Temple, here we are.
Before we enter, I must warn you about the dangers that could be lurking within. Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmares, just like the people of Dawnstar.
Were they successful?
No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma, putting everyone to sleep.
Why is it dangerous if they're asleep?
I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate and they'll awaken, both orcs and priests alike.
What does the miasma do?
The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. It's a gas that places the affected in a deep sleep. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process.
Is the gas dangerous?
Sadly, yes. The longer an individual is exposed to the miasma, the more the mind can become damaged. Those who've been under the effect of it for extended periods of time have been known to lose their
crazy
minds
orcs.
entirely.
Yay.
In some cases, a few never awoke at all. Once we get inside, all will become clear.
He's already pulled his weapon, so I'm gonna pull mine. Your follower cannot accompany you here. Okay. I assume he's acting as my follower, so. He's my second banana in this, or rather on his, actually, so.
Give me just a moment, and I'll have her. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here.
Look at you.
Skull of corruption. The source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose.
It can't be as easy as walking down there, can it? Yeah.
Time for your final rest. Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier when the miasma was released.
Looks difficult to breach.
Impossible, actually. I wonder. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library and confirm it can be done.
You seem to know an awful lot about this place.
I suppose there's no point in concealing the truth any longer. My knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina.
Why keep it a secret?
When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I left my brothers and sisters here to die. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I will right my wrongs.
All right, I'm ready.
I still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on.
How can the skull be affecting Dawnstar?
Lore holds that the skull of corruption holds a constant hunger for the memories of others. The skull has been out of touch for so long, I fear it's gained the ability to reach out on its own and try to feed. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within. Take heed, they've awakened. This library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that too much.
Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need.
What am I looking for?
We're looking for a book of alchemical recipes called the Dream Stride. The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. If you'll check the shelves around the balcony, I'll check around the lower level. Yes, my son. What is
Found
it
it.
I can help with?
Let me take a look. Mara be praised. There is a way past the barrier to the inner sanctum. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as Vermina's torpor.
Is that some type of potion?
Yes. The torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in the real world.
Hey, guess what? That's amazing.
Quite amazing,
Totally didn't
yes.
plan that.
Alchemy and the blessings of a divine, distilled down into a ingestible liquid. Sadly, I have yet to see it function in person.
I'm gonna be your test subject then.
As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated.
Sounds dangerous. How can you be certain?
I will not lie to you. There is some risk involved. The last time the torpor was imbibed could have been decades ago. But I swear upon Lady Mara that I will do everything within my power to prevent any harm from befalling you.
Do you know where we can find the torpor?
All believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample.
What will the dream stride feel like?
You'll be viewing the memory of another through your own eyes and with your own body. Those around you will perceive you as normal, and you will find the words you utter may not be your own. Thanks to all of these odd principles, there is quite a lot of debate as to whether this is really a dream or just the machinations of Vermina.
How will I know when to awaken?
I will watch over you as you slumber to ensure your safety. If I deduce anything is amiss, I will use my arts to bring you back. Otherwise, I am uncertain what will end your dream stride. Perhaps when Vermina's curious appetite has been filled. The laboratory adjoins the library. I'm hoping we'll find a sample of the torpor left undamaged.
Time for your final rest. Let's end the night.
Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor.
How will I know what it looks like?
It should be in a small bottle, very similar to a potion. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid. If you find it, bring it to me.
ingredients. Pity I don't know a single thing to do with them.
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
Found the torpor.
I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though it was ransacked by the orcs. So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Drink.
Here? Now?
Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. The longer we wait, the more damage Vermina could be doing to those poor people. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. Let's continue. We still have much to do.
Okay. Vermina's torpor. Away we go.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina?
I've made my peace. I'm ready.
Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thoric, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
Agreed to the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell, my brothers.
I fought with you. No one crosses me! You'll beg me to kill you before I'm done!
This is trippy.
Someone there?
I'll gut you like a horker! It worked. Mara be praised. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it.
It's remarkable, as if I was really there.
How I envy you. I can only imagine the excitement of seeing history through the eyes of another. Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my research of the skull.
We can discuss it later. We need to proceed.
Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations should not take precedence over our mission. My apologies. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Come. We must get to the skull and destroy it.
It does feel a bit backstabby. Just to stab them while they're waking up, but yeah. If it weren't for what I just did, I'd almost assume he didn't need me. Dang.
What lady Martha? Your best? Huh? Wait. Baron, Thoric, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared.
That was his dream.
I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. Never take these, they will wait.
Vermina, forgive me.
No more! I yield! I yield! Good enough. I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? I knew Varen and Thoric. They were my friends. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so?
We had no choice.
Yes, you're right. If they needed to die so that Dawnstar could live, then it was worth the price. It's time. The skull must be destroyed. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara. First, an incantation to remove the barrier. I call upon you, Lady Mara.
skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier, and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own.
Oh, great. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna trust a Daedric entity to tell me what's going on. That's kind of stupid. Yeah, just saying. Mind you, if I wanted to play an evil guy, then I'd go up, shank him. But again, trying to be good in this case. So, no, I'm gonna let him complete the ritual. Sorry, Vermina, you're done.
Forgive me if I don't appear relieved. This temple has taken its toll on me.
Are you gonna be alright?
In time, I believe I will. I'd constructed a meager shrine tomorrow in the antechamber where we entered. My intention was to spend the rest of my years here, burying the past and praying for forgiveness. But instead, I wish to offer my services to you. If you ever wish to journey with me,
okay,
I'll be here.
Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. What you did was for the people of Dawnstar. If anyone should be thanked, it should be you.
Okay. So now, if I ever need another companion, after my inevitable Lydia incident, I've got one. I've also got the one guy that I helped with the family shield too, so I'm getting options as I go. Although I like this guy, so chances are if Lydia dies, I'm probably going to take him particular up on his offer. Oh, no, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. This be the way out. By the way, I told you guys that watched the Hearthstone stream last night about the sonic screwdriver case. Turns out the thing isn't gonna quite work. So it's back to the plan that we had before of just doing it screen accurate and getting myself a little pencil cup and putting them all in there. So that was a gorgeous thing Mom did, though. I love it when she gives little surprises like that. Hello, Lydia. We had a nice little adventure. Now, obviously some other things to be done in that town, but I will do those later.
Still here. You lead, I'll follow.
We're not soldiers anymore.
Your man Horik is wearing his old Legion armor. What should I make of that?
He's proud of his service, Skald. The Legion taught us loyalty, and we're loyal to Dawnstar.
This isn't over. I catch you sending one letter to General Tullius. I'll have you both executed.
My duty is to guard Brina Meredith.
The Jarl and I have our disagreements. Sorry if you had to overhear one of them.
Did I see you arguing with someone?
Skald supports Ulfric's rebellion, and he doesn't like having a couple of old legionnaires living in his town. He's a fool. A dragon has attacked Helgen. Dawnstar needs the Empire now more than ever. Stay out of trouble now.
Might as well visit the Jarl while I'm here, actually. Though, you know, now that it occurred to me, I don't know why I didn't go to Riven's. I know why I didn't go to Rivendale's. I think it was Rivendale. The name of the city, anyway.
Just a servant of Skald the Elder. There's no honor in being... My family has served Skald Phil. Oh, it's just wonderful being Skald's.
Not everyone's got a loyal servant base like some of the other ones. Okay, he's not about right now, so... I thought he went back inside. Probably wrong, though. Take a boat and get there in no time. absolutely freaking me. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Oh, and that guard telling me that thing just updated my map. That's neat. Stormcloak is a dragonborn as well. It's one of those weirdo things, right? Well, clearly, since he's got the ability to shout. I've weirdly, even though I've been playing Skyrim, actually had a different walking theme in my head. Morrowind was my first Elder Scrolls game back in the day. So I've kind of had that walking theme stuck in my head for a while. I don't know why, it's just randomly started showing up in there. Goats! Bunch of goats. Gonna have to let it. My cat, the Magica, come back. This is one of those where clairvoyance is confused. And I suspect I'm gonna have to go the other direction in order to get through. Yeah, in fact, it looks like that's exactly what I'm gonna have to do because I don't see a way to get through here. Windhelm Stables it is. And see if there's a way through town that has another gate on the other side. And if there is, then you probably go around the mountains and reach it up there that way. I love how each city seems to have its own problems, too. This one's got a ghost. This one has other problems. This one has nightmares. This one has two families that can't seem to get along. That reminds me, by the way, that I need to take... Oh. Items. Books. Soul Trap. Fear.
But who's going to stop him? Me? I'll have no part of that.
Indeed.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
No, I don't hate your people.
You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you.
Looked like the Nords were giving you trouble.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one.
Oh no. I'm not gonna have... Oh, I think I might get involved. Why would anyone even think you're a spy?
Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord
I'm in
is fair
trouble.
game for their bullying. Until next time.
I'm very much probably in trouble, in fact. Because here's a Khajiit. Okay. Yeah. To see what it's giving me now is that I've got to walk out. Blast. But I suppose while I'm in town, not gonna like this in the slightest, and yet... Here we go.
We're the only temple in Skyrim that can openly worship Talos.
What does Talos have to do with the war?
The Empire's elven puppet masters never cared much for the idea of a human becoming a divine, so the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do, and to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears.
Are the people of Wilhelm devout?
Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. I've been seeing a lot of the Shatter Shields since they lost their daughter. Hilevi Cruelseat comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband here in years. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy.
Tell me about Talos.
Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory, the only mortal to do so. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn. Blessings of Arcade be upon you.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
Folk are talking about murders.
Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose here in Windhelm. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of, though maybe there's more that haven't been found yet. All lovely ladies too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce him to the headman's axe.
We have a mystery, possibly, guys. Who are the most prominent citizens in Windhelm?
There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelseat see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent.
What's there to do in the city?
If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall.
What kind of captain are you?
Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck.
So this is the sea that's... So this is the city, rather, that Stormcloak lives in. One side of the war. Oh, dear. So there's murders going on in this city. Again, I'm standing up.
The butcher could be around any corner. After what happened to those other women, I'm worried about my...
The butcher. Need to find out about said butcher. Need to see if this is a subquest, because honestly, if there's a murder mystery I can track down in this city, you know me at this point, I'm going to do it. Love me some murder mysteries. In fact, I got a bunch of Agatha Christie's in the bookshelf back here that you can't see because I haven't arranged it yet.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us. Not really sure what to do with myself anymore. I just miss her so much.
Poor Nilsine has been wrecked since her sister was killed. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor.
Why is it called Candlehearth Hall?
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Wundheim. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durot lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
Every night, I walk around the Grey Court and let them Greyskins know what I think of them.
Seeing a good tavern brawl might be just the thing for the place.
You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash.
You really think the Dark Elves are Imperial spies?
Wouldn't surprise me. They've done nothing to help in the fight for Skyrim's freedom. Those Thalmor elves, too. I bet they're working together. Maybe I should round up some men and take us a few prisoners to interrogate.
Why do you hate the Dark Elves?
They're parasites. They're living in our city under our protection. What do they do for us? Nothing. I know the High King invited them here, but he didn't ask me or anyone else first. Maybe he should have.
I don't like your attitude.
Don't like it? Too bad. This is our city. Ours! Don't think I can take you? 100 septums say I can punch you back where you came from.
I've got better things to do.
Pit bait. Get out of my face.
By the way, the only reason I've got better things to do is because I have to wrap this up. Otherwise, Khajiit, Claws, yeah.
The townsfolk call me captain because I used to be a sailor.
Anyway, I'll walk on the outside of Wilhelm and then I will wrap this up. If you guys want to follow, for those of you that are doing the video on demand, if you want to follow all the other Let's Plays, go to tscn.tv/play and you'll be able to find all of the video on demands for the stuff we do around here, the Twilight Princess Let's Plays, the Dill's Hearthstone League stuff, and of course my weekly Skyrim stream. So until next time, play on, and well, I'll see you guys. Bye.